Hello, and good evening. Welcome to tonight's training. I'm so excited. Let me make sure that okay, now we're recording. Now we're up. Now we're ready to rock and roll. I'm so excited to be doing this training with you guys. We are I'm looking at two different places. We've got YouTube, we've got Facebook, we've got everything going on here right now, but I want to make sure that this training gets out to those who are ready to absorb all the knowledge that I've got to give. So I'm super excited. Tonight we're going to be talking about how to take action in your business right now. Some simple, easy mindset tricks, some hacks, some little bit of tricks for you guys so that you can start taking action in your business. You can get out of your rut. Are you in a rut right now? Drop a 1 in the comments. If you're in a rut right now, maybe you've been stuck, maybe you're like, I don't know what to do, maybe you're like, I know all these things, but I'm just not taking action whatsoever. If that's you, put a 1 down below. I'd love to know who is in business and wants to move their business forward. Do you want to move your business forward? If you don't, that could be something, a little block right there, right? Maybe you don't want to move your business forward. I don't know. I know I do. So again, I'm so excited. My name is Katie Foster. I am the creator of The Queens Unleashed, where we're talking all about business, all about up-leveling our lifestyles, whether it's in home, relationships, parenting. We are all about up-leveling ourselves this year. Did I say that right? This year. We're up-leveling ourselves this year. So if you are excited to be a part of the Queens Unleashed, drop a crown or drop the word queen down below so I know who is trailing right along here with us so that we can all be better than we were last year and then the year ahead, right? We're all going to be always up-leveling and growing every single day, and that's why I'm here and preaching to all of you. So let's get into the training today because we've got some things to talk about, right? We've got 3 pillars really, 3 pillars that are going to be talked about today about what maybe you might be doing wrong, or maybe how to do some things better. Maybe you haven't heard it in this type of light, so we're going to help you hear some things a little bit differently so that maybe it makes sense to you, right? Maybe you've heard these things before, but if I say them a little bit differently, maybe it'll sink in, okay? So I'm so excited for this training. Let's first talk about maybe something that's not working for you. Who wants to think about that, right? No, we want to be thinking about things that work for us, but let's see what maybe we're not doing too right. Maybe we're just making these little mistakes, and we can fix those right here tonight, right? And these are things that you think that are working for you when really they could be working against you. Who wants to have, no one even wants to be working against ourselves. That's not going there. So the first thing I want to talk about is how to start slow. This is a mistake that I think we all make, because who gets started in a business and they just get so excited? Do you do that? Drop a 2 below. If you get so excited when you start a business, you should be, right? I would be dropping a 2. I would be so freaking excited for my business, right? If you're not excited for your business, are you even in the right business? I don't know, girl. But if you are excited in your business, you're going to want to get going and get soaring, right? You want to go fast. You want to go strong. You want to be going 100 miles per hour, right? But what is this going to ultimately do for you? I definitely believe that you want to have the intention to go fast, and don't get me wrong, it is good to have those type of goals, to have that energy, keep that high energy and those high vibes up. That is definitely important. But let's talk about starting slow in a sense of not overcommitting ourselves, okay? Not setting these huge unrealistic goals. We want to set goals, we want to commit, but we don't want to do things that are setting our mindsets up for sabotage. And what I mean by that is I've seen this come in like twofold in different scenarios, okay? I started one business and we started off so fast, you guys. Like, I started off so fast that in a month I was invited to go out of the country. I didn't even have a passport because I didn't know it was possible to have that kind of success in that type of time frame. So I had no passport on deck. I had nothing ready. But we got started off so fast. And then our values shifted, and then we left that business. We retreated from that business. We got out of it for personal reasons, okay? We didn't see ourselves aligned with that venture anymore, and that's okay. But then we had to go and we shifted gears. And I won't say we, because that business was me and my husband. And now right now I'm doing the business by myself. I'm doing it just me. So I shifted gears. I went to a whole new niche. I went to a whole new genre, right? A whole new bracket that I really hadn't stepped into. And you know what my mindset was doing? It was keeping me stuck in this fast 30-day success type of mentality where I kind of needed to reinvent myself again. I had to redo some things that I hadn't done before, or maybe do things a little bit differently, because you're going from, let's say, fitness to beauty. That's what I did. I went from fitness to beauty. So how is someone who's going to be booming in fitness going to go boom in beauty when no one even knows me in beauty, right? It's a totally different type of path to be taking, right? So what I had to do was set my mindset up not to sabotage myself, not to have the expectations that we're going to boom it in 30 days and go out of the country, right? That's not the intention that I wanted to set, because I knew that that was kind of like rare. It was kind of rare to tap into that crazy success that I had without any prior success, right? So I had to tell myself, Katie, look, you're in this for the long haul, so you need to start slow. You need to build up. You need to reinvent yourself, more or less, right? But you don't want to have the mindset that tomorrow I'm going to make an instant return. I'm going to make a buku bucks this week. I am going to have all these crazy fast intentions, when sometimes that's not realistic, okay? And when we have that mindset where we're going to get rich tomorrow or next week or go out on a trip next month, that kind of sets your mindset up to be sabotaged, because that doesn't always work out that way, and it's okay. And I'll tell you why that's okay. Sometimes it's not all about going fast, because when you go fast, really fast, you can also crash really fast. Can you agree with that? Type yes in the comments below. I definitely now believe in a slow and steady build up. That way you're focusing on your clients, you're focusing on your customers, you're focusing on your team members. When you boom in like a week, can you really dedicate the intention to everybody that you want to dedicate to them? I mean, there's pros and cons in it both ways, okay? But for the purposes of this training, I want you guys to start slow, because I don't want you to overcommit. And with me, I was a huge overcommitter, and what I would do is I would overcommit so much that I would do nothing. And then I would let myself down, and then I would be defeated, and I would have done that self-sabotage link all the way to like no end. And that's not what I want you guys to go through. I don't want you to go through what I went through, because it's brutal. It is so hard to wrap your heads around when you overcommit, when you set a goal and you write that goal down and it's not realistic and you don't make it. It's really setting your mind up to be hurt, okay? And I don't want any of you guys to be hurt. And I say that because when you set your mind up for that kind of sabotage, it's really hard to bounce back. So I want you guys to set these intentions where if things go boom fast, great. But I want you to have to commit to, like, say one thing. So at first I would be like, I'm going to talk to 100 people in a day. When I started talking to 0 people. So how are you going to go from 0 people to talking to 100 people in one day? That's not realistic. How about talking to 10 people? How realistic is that? Could you agree that that's more realistic than talking to 100 people in one day if you've never talked to 0 people in a day? That's so much more realistic. So that's how I'm talking about scaling down these goals. That way you don't overcommit, you don't burn yourself out as quick, and you go after these goals in baby steps. And that's so much better for your brain and your mentality and your vibe to handle than I'm going to talk to 100 people. I'm going to do it every single day at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to make sure I track every single one of those names down. Like, you guys, that's not realistic. And that's not realistic. That is so much pressure on your brain that you are going to subconsciously be like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And that's what will happen. When you overcommit, you will do 0. You will do absolutely 0. Believe me. Believe